Welcome everybody. So today I'm going to be working on a dollar store. This is from, pretty sure this is Dollarama, and it has this kind of, I don't know, like a crockery kind of print on it. But I am going to paint over that because what I want to do is use this amazing paper. This is the Roycycled Treasures decoupage paper, and this is called Carmen's Color Swatch. So I have wanted to use this since it came out. I think it was in the spring of this year, and I haven't had a chance to use it yet. So let's get on it. I found some. I had a little wee bit in a big can of DIY Paints White Swan. This is usually my go-to under decoupage, but there's only a tiny wee bit in the bottom of the can and it was almost dried up. So I just added some water, some distilled water, and I mixed it really, really good and we're good to go. So we're just going to, there's just a little bit in there. I'm just going to paint right out of the can. And I'm going with the white underpainting just because I really want the colors in that decoupage paper to really pop. I don't want them to blend into the background kind of gray color of this ceramic or crockery pot. So now I'm going to use DIY's Clear Patina, which is my go-to for decoupage. Okay, first I'm going to find out which part of the paper I want. So if I cut it here, wait, is that going to wrap all the way around? Yes. Okay, so because this is a little bit tapered as well, I'm probably going to end up with a little bit of wrinkles, which I'm okay with. Okay. Figuring out the best way to start on this. So first I'm going to mist this. That way it is going to be a little bit more willing to form on my piece. And I'm putting it on fairly heavy because this is textured. And I want to make sure I'm getting good coverage. Grab my little bit of food wrap. I'm just going to kind of push it down so it's kind of showing the texture, that kind of canvas texture right through the paper. Whoops. I am liking how this is turning out. I know it's looking kind of like a hot mess as it's going on, but it's actually turning out pretty good. Oops. Just tore it. I'm really pushing it down on this bottom edge. And I'm going to really push it down on this top edge. Actually, I'm not, just right around here. Because I'm going to sand this edge to trim. Same with this bottom. See how it's picked up the texture, that canvas kind of texture? I think that's perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to take my heat tool and I'm going to dry this a bunch so that I can put it down, because right now I don't want to put it down on anything to dry because it's going to stick. So I'll be back. Okay, so it's pretty dry. So now I'm going to take this sanding block and I'm just going to sand down around this edge to get a nice clean edge. Perfect. So there's a nice clean edge on the bottom. And now I'm going to do the same thing on this top. I'm holding it on the inside. I know it looks all awkward, but it's still kind of tacky on the outside. So I'm worried that if I hold it here, when I pull my hand away, I'm going to pull paper off. So it's just safer. Safer, though awkward, to hold it this way. Okay. So now I've got this white paint kind of all over. I'm just going to grab a wet wipe and I'm just going to wipe that paint off. And on the top edge here, I kind of like that sort of rusticy, partial painted look I got by not wiping it completely away. Let's clean my table here. This is the good part about DIY paint, is you can go back and do this kind of cleanup. As long as it's not a super porous surface, because it'll just, the paint actually absorbs and it can stain, so it's kind of hard to get off then. But this is porous, but not so porous that I can't wipe that paint off. So I get to clean it up quite a bit here. There's still a little bit of price tag there. Perfect. I think that looks super cute. And then with my little tree inside, I know it's kind of hard to tell from that angle, but look how cute that looks. Little bit of some decorations on here, and it's going to look super cute. So there you go. A simple dollar store plant pot and some decoupage paper. That was a quick, really quick, easy little craft, and it gives this a whole new look. Thanks for hanging out with me.